So Fowles, what a game, what a comeback, the goals, the crowd, what did you make of all that?
Fantastic, it was proper FA Cup tie, wasn't it? Again, we're an architect of our own downfall in terms of the mistakes we made, but that's fine. It was like a typical FA Cup. Listen, fair credit to them because they're a good team. I know they're in the league below, but they caused us a few issues. The way they conducted themselves properly in terms of how they played. Credit to them. So yeah, they did do well, but obviously sometimes football's got a little habit of biting yourself back on the bum, and there's a little bit of, from the goalkeeper and number 7, a little bit of arrogance, and we come back in and beat them 5-3, and some of the goals were fantastic. It was a little bit erratic at times, but when you've got the firepower we've got up front, I guarantee you will score goals. Major concern is now 7 goals in 2 games, so that's the biggest issue for me. And again, it's all our own issues.
So issues that you can resolve in your own time, sort of thing, I can imagine. Yeah,
well, it is individual errors, isn't it? So I don't need to name anyone. The lad knows who it was, and it is what it is. It's a learning curve for him as well. He's new to the club. He's new to this country in terms of playing. It's how he reacted, and he did react. He got on the ball again. He won his headers, so most people would have gone under. That's the mentality he has got. So that was a good thing to see. The character I know is there, and know it's there. We know it's there from what we've been in the camping, the togetherness. So and they finished the game 5-3, and it was fantastic to do the celebrations with the fans, and all the subs are involved. It shows you how committed they are to each other.
Important to grab the first win of the season, of course. So you're in the hat for the next round. That's very special for yourself and the club as well.
Yeah, it's my first win as a manager. So I've been here 12-15 months right now. But no, yeah, it's important for me to get off to a win as well, because we've had 2 losses, 2 draws, and that's my first win. We're in the hat the next round, which is brilliant. And now we've got to go again now. It's gone now. We've got to prepare for Saturday's game. It'll be a tough game against Witten. And we go again, and there is some injuries there again, which is doing me head in, to be honest with you. But it is what it is. But as I said, they're committed. They want to play for me. They're putting their bodies on the line. Matty was struggling, Si was struggling, Raheem's come off, John was struggling again, and we've just got to patch him up and get him out there.
You just said touched on Matty there. He's struggling. He scored 2 unreal goals. It didn't look like he was struggling to me. Great captain performance, really, wasn't it?
100%. I first watched Matty Crothers versus Bamber Bridge away. There was a conversation about getting rid of him, not with myself. I knew what he brings to a team. He's like a Steven Gerrard, like Jamie Carragher. He competes well, he passes well, he leads with example, not with his mouth. He's scored 3 goals now in 2 games. He's got an affection or affiliation with the club, which oozes out of him. And he's just a good player. And ultimately, he's played right back, right side centre half, centre midfield, and he's just epitomises really what I'm about in terms of sacrificing his own self for the sake of the badge and the club.
I'm just going to give you a bit of a task here. You're going to have to bring that dressing room down from that euphoria that we had on the pitch there for another big game, second league game of the season against Witten. How are you going to do that?
The reality is we lost 4-2 against Buxton. So regardless of what happens in the cup, the reality is we lost our last game in the league. So there's the reality. I've said before, when we win, it's great, we deal with it, we leave it here today. If we lose, we deal with it. Buxton, we left it there Saturday. And that's how I deal with football. And if they think that they can now sort of get their shoulders back and have a little bit of confidence, but don't be arrogant. Have a little bit of sort of being on your front foot, pride in your performance. But the hard work starts all over again tomorrow. They've got to recover well, the protein, they've got to stretch well. They've got to do work away from the own football club to be ready for Saturday. And Witten's going to be a tough game, and they've got to be ready. As much as it is the FA Cup, that's great. A little bit of revenue for the club, but ultimately we're in this league to be as high as we possibly can. So the 3 points, that all that matters.